to filter through this land of ours and fill a sportsman's dreams. Enjoy what nature holds for us, her bounty never ends. Getting back to basics with the practical sportsman. It's always an adventure, no matter where we go. From a favorite hunting spot to the hottest fishing hole. Outdoor life we all can share with family and friends. We'll do it all together with a practical sportsman. We'll do it all together with a practical sportsman.
Hello, sportsmen. You know, when I was a kid, maybe some of you older sportsmen can remember back when you were little, and the word was you had to fish for a whole week to get one strike from a muskie. Well, in Lake St. Clair, they use lures like this and catch muskie much more frequently than that. In fact, most of the good fishermen catch muskie just about every time they go out. Now, all I have to show for my muskie trip was this lure. That story is coming up. Stay tuned. The sky doesn't look it, but it's the middle of July on Lake St. Clair. Our mission is to catch a muskie, a big muskie, and July is the ideal month. Mid-morning until mid-afternoon, say 10 till 2, are the most productive hours. Now, this boat we're getting on is what you call a high-ticket item. It's a 36-foot Tiara owned by Kirk Gillespie, who's the captain. He and his fishing buddy, Matt Mueller, are directors in the Michigan-Ontario Muskie Club. That's a group of extremely dedicated muskie fishermen. Kirk and Matt release all of the muskies they catch that weigh less than 30 pounds, and most muskies over 30 pounds go back too. Now, on a day like this, you're probably wondering the chances of catching a muskie of any size. More fish are caught in good weather than in rough weather, but one reason is that fishermen go home when the wind kicks up, and this is one rough roller coaster.
The practical sportsman goes to Cedar Point. Ride the wave.
After all this preparation, though, we weren't about to turn back. Matt Mueller rigged the lines. We're talking 50-pound test monofilament fishing line, big pin reels, Shakespeare tiger stick rods. This is heavy gear for big fish. Ahead of each lure is a weight ranging from 2 ounces to a pound, depending on the rod. Kirk likes to troll in 12 feet of water at 3.7 miles per hour. Now, they don't run the lures very far behind the boat the way they would trolling for trout and salmon.
How far back?
About 5 feet.
5 feet.
That's it.
5 feet behind the boat, behind the propellers. Unbelievable. Muskie will hit a lure in the prop wash. And they set the rods right down in the water, not your normal Great Lakes salmon technique. They do use planer boards for muskie, a technique that became popular for brown trout and walleye, but with muskie, the lures are all run with lead sinkers. The lures are big, the line is heavy. It takes some extra weight to keep those lures down. Muskie fishing has always had a mystique about it. Used to be that muskie fishermen spent days between strikes, catching only 1 or 2 big muskies in a season, but modern techniques have upped that success rate. And on Lake St. Clair, Kirk and Matt hook muskies just about every day they go out, even when the weather is rough like this.
Look at this.
Last time I was out here 15 years ago, all day, not a strike. So this is what they say it's like being snagged.
Oh, ain't no snag.
No, but I'm just shook his head. Okay, so what are the tips on this? I mean, you don't pump it?
Constant pressure.
Constant?
Keep the pole tip up. That's the key to the whole
Okay,
thing.
so it's the same basic thing you do with any big fish because they shake their head?
Exactly.
Trick is
A little
to join
pressure
itself.
on that hook in its mouth is all it takes. This is a good fish, so it's going to take us a while. He's out. He's probably out right now about 100 yards. He took a lot of line.
This is exciting. Well, I thought that this was excitement, but that's before I had seen the muskie. At this point, it was just a big fish, or maybe an old boot, or a rubber tire. Hey, I don't know. There was no real proof that a muskie was on the line yet.
Try getting some line on him.
Try gaining one. I'm going to have to pump to gain, right?
What we do a lot of times is what Rich Larry calls as a Larry shuffle, and you walk back.
Walk back and then walk up on him? Do you want to watch the footwork for any reason?
Walk forward and
Want to watch the footwork?
There you go.
Oh, this is interesting. Well, you can't do this on every boat, though. I mean, this is an outstanding boat for this.
Might have lost him.
No, he's still on there. I
Sure.
think.
I don't know. I think we lost him.
You think you don't lost it?
Yeah, I think he's fit. He should be giving you a good
No.
head rub. No,
I
he's
can't
gone.
imagine if this is.
He's gone.
He's gone? You
He's
sure?
gone. Yeah. I think
He's
so.
trying
man.
to-
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone?
No,
maybe
he's
not.
still there.
He's on there.
He's still there.
You know who you're talking to.
Well, no, this fish is acting different here. I don't know. You know who this is?
You know who you're talking to. Yesterday I was down at the Captain Nichols and I caught 2 perch. That's who you're talking to. I can certainly handle 1 muskie.
He's doing a shuffle.
No. Do the moonwalk, you know. I shouldn't horse around. You're getting me diverted here. This is no good.
It's not like we've
Oh, no, he's.
He ain't done yet.
No, here he goes.
There he goes.
This fish ain't done yet.
He doesn't know he's hooked. That's the thing here.
He figured it all out yet.
Like Kirk says, 9 times out of 10, it's usually a big fish out in the South Channel. You don't catch a lot of numbers, but when you get them hooked, they're a good fish.
Now, what's it gonna do when it gets up to the boat? I mean, we're gonna.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I mean, is it? Do they tend to run the boat like a pike, or?
The bigger ones usually just will bulldog you right down. But we'll see. There he is, right there. There you can see him. There he is, right on the surface. A nice fish, Kirk. Real nice.
Oh, nice fish.
Kirk, this is a serious fish. This is a big fish.
Bad's on the slider? No.
No, it's right on the good one.
Want to open that door up?
I got it. Look at the size of this fish. Kirk, this is a real big one.
Kirk, you want to go get the Drake spatter mix ready?
Real tight. Because it's not hooked real well. The last hook is the only thing holding this fish on.
Nice and smooth.
This is a 25-pounder.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
This will be it. I'll walk it right back. I'm going to walk it back.
Easy, easy. All right, stop, Kirk. Oops. Oh, right. In neutral, Kirk. All right. It's close to 28 pounds. Might be 30. Up a little bit if you can. Okay, easy, easy.
What?
Net, Kirk. No.
Oh, hold
Hey,
it, hold it,
Kirk,
hold
keep it, Kirk. Here.
it. Have you done this before?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wondered.
Careful.
Okay.
Boy, it took off like a missile in the back of the boat.
Kirk, he's got. All right, right there. Bring that up a little bit, Fred. A little bit, Fred. Okay, neutral.
Hold on. That's why I don't want to. I'm watching the damn busy truck.
Problem is, Kirk, is he's got it in his mouth, and you got that light line, you know. Look here.
You just saw one of the riskiest moves in big game fishing, trying to net a fish from behind. Now, sometimes it works, but our experience has been that netting a fish from behind will never work when the video camera is rolling.
Freddie, that's what they do at the back of the boat. You never know.
Well, we had one more problem. The fishing line got caught in the handle on the top of the camera.
Do you want me to move?
See, the camera is a...
Do you want me to move?
No, I just have to work around you. Oh. With all these problems, what are the chances we're going to land this fish? Probably slim or none.
Oh, Kirk, it's wrapped all over him.
Okay.
Got him, Kirk.
Got him?
Okay, Kirk.
All right.
Okay, I got him. I'm gonna just
Okay.
bring him at him. Let Kirk get everything in order. Here it comes.
Coming over?
Oh, look at that fish.
Oh, Matt. Yes.
That's dandy.
Right.
Let me grab the. Wow.
Actually, yesterday I caught 2. Well, they were like...
Everything, Kirk. The planer boards. Okay, we're gonna unhook this fish.
Well, he was wrapped up. Now, what's the procedure here?
Get him out.
Tell them a little bit what Homer always says about big fish and going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big fish go back. This week,
You gotta look at it because they don't let you keep them. We'll have to talk about this.
Okay.
Because what they're gonna do, they're gonna give me a crying towel after we throw it back, and then they're gonna explain to me why we have to do this.
So why release these big muskie? Because they survive, they grow, they're a thrill to catch, and why not give another angler the chance to catch this one on another day?
49 and a half. 49 and a half. 49 and a half.
My golly, that's
a South Channel fish, boys.
Holy smokes.
Isn't that beautiful?
what is it?
27, 28 pounds.
28. Man, look at that.
I know it doesn't seem right to toss a big fish back, but muskie aren't like bluegill or walleye. They aren't all that many big muskie out there. Now, don't get me wrong, muskies are not endangered. It's just that the die-hard muskie anglers would rather catch muskies more often and release them than catch less muskies to keep.
How about that?
Awesome. Okay.
This fish probably weighs.
Head first,
Head
right in
first.
the water.
Yeah, well, this fish weighs about 26 pounds. It has a pound of slime.
That's about it.
The best thing for him is it'll go back in and get bigger yet. Look at the size of that.
Okay. You know these things taste like chicken? They really do. They taste like, I've had one before. They're great.
Oh, okay, there he goes. Oh, he's gonna go back fine.
Head first.
You okay?
That's nothing but a plan. That can't be done. Head
Thing
first.
Is, nice cold water here, Fred. There's a lot of oxygen up in the upper parts of the water. He went back fine. Look, he's gone.
Well, that muskie isn't gone for good, though. It's very likely that it'll grow even larger, and another angler will catch him again and get the thrill of battling a big fish in Lake St. Clair. Without a lot of luck, though, this muskie could throw the next hook, shake that lure out of its mouth like it almost did on this day.
A little right there. That's a $9 bass color. That's been going real well for us.
Now, who makes this lure? Loki?
John Mullet, Loki Marina. He hand makes them. From Fairhaven. Yeah.
So this is a homegrown lure.
Homegrown
Now,
lure.
now you just have double hooks on there.
Yeah,
Not
these are a little bit different constructions. You notice these are like the finish type hooks, and they're not the triple barbs like at the end. And that helps up. He figures that gets a better hooking percentage with the hook like that.
Was this a new lure?
Yeah.
That we put in the water?
Well, I think Kirk caught a few fish on it already.
Huh. Is there any chance, since you wouldn't let me keep the fish, could I put that lure in the museum?
Oh,
My trophy?
absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
Maybe one just like it.
Huh? No,
This is a known getter.
No, but this has the real teeth marks in it.
Yeah. Oh, Kirk's got a
That
million
is-
baits with teeth marks in it.
But they're not the teeth marks
Yeah,
for
you
my
got that
muskie.
like-
Come on,
Hey.
give the guy
Hey,
something.
let's put it back in the water and see if we can get a bigger one.
Okay.
No, it's not hooked up yet.
So this is what I have to show for it. My trophy.
Well, I've never kept a lure as a trophy before, but the lure is now my memory of this fish, a 28-pound muskie. Hey, maybe you'll catch it this summer. It's out there, you know.
Congratulations. Well done. Me last week, you this week.
Yeah, but the odds were against that. First, they told me there was no fish on there.
Then I got the camera in there, man. This cable's
Yeah.
getting all hooked up.
And that fish was flipping its head, and this lure was barely hanging on. But isn't it funny how our ideas change about what a trophy is? Mm-hmm. See, because I've always had this attitude that doggone it, you catch it, you eat it. And it really isn't practical for the big muskies to, I mean, it isn't that it's a bad thing if fishermen want to take them and have them mounted like this one here. This is really tasty. I mean, it's a nice mount. Dwight Kittle caught this up in Mecosta County back in 1986, and we have it here at the museum. I mean, what a trophy. Dwight can be quite proud of that, and a lot of people come by and really enjoy it. So there is value to mounting a fish. And you can always eat them, too, if you have them
Now,
mounted.
the other thing in that feature people are going to wonder about is who you are.
Oh, the statement of, do you know who I am? Now,
I don't want people to take that the wrong way, because
do not take that seriously, folks. That is just a joke. Because I've been on television like 16 years doing this, and it's like, do you know who I am? it's a joke. I mean,
Well, yeah, in most sense of the word. No, it is.
It is. I'm just a run-of-the-mill sportsman who goes out and I catch, well, Johnny has a picture here.
You don't even have any proof of those perch you caught on the Captain Nichols either. Right here.
Take a look at it. There's Johnny with a perch he caught.
Wow. Now,
Wowee.
Larry Bachman brought that into the museum. And Larry, couldn't you have taken a picture with a little bigger perch?
Yes.
Tell me to hold it closer to the lens or something.
A lot of times we don't catch that. And here I have my lure that is a trophy, and it does have the marks in it, the teeth marks, which is pretty cool. But there's a lot of things. I mean, I'm not a bad sportsman. I'm
No,
pretty
you're a good sportsman.
I'm a pretty good, but I can be a klutz, and I frequently am.
And you live in a fishbowl. Everybody sees everything that you do.
And I don't take what I do all that seriously. But I did, speaking of, do you know who I am? Sometimes I fancy myself a chef.
You are a heck of a chef.
I made some great chili. Do you know who I am? I am not a man who transports my chili well. Take a look at this. Okay, Johnny, I'm bringing her on here right to the back door. I'm going to show you the last straw. The last straw. I get so irritated driving in this vehicle. You know, they make all these minivans and all these fancy cars to take people around. Yet they sell the storage space, all the storage you get. I've had stuff falling on the floor, sliding around the back. Well, and this is the last straw. This is it. How many of you go to a PTA function or a sportsman's club or to somebody's house for dinner and they say, I'll bring the cake, how about bringing a crock pot full of chili? Where do you put a crock pot full of chili in a vehicle? I'll show you where it ended up. This did not please me at all. The first turn around the corner, going onto the expressway ramp, there it is.
Oh my God.
That's the best venison chili I've ever made. I put cumin in it. I put a lot of brown sugar. I tasted it this morning. I said, this is so good, I got to share it with John and Joanne and Maddie. And look at that, share it with Maddie. Yeah, it's on the Maddie, all right. It's on the floor, Maddie. I mean, this really frosts me. Let me go around the other side, John, so I don't have to be in the way so you can look at that marvelous last straw. But I always, when I have a beverage in the car, I always buy these bottles rather than a can. They got these handy little can holders. You got to see this. This has been irritating me forever. So these little can holders, try to put a bottle of pop in the can holder. They don't fit. They don't fit in the can holder. And I've had these fall on the floor. Fortunately, the lid is on them. Go supersize a big deal of orange like I've done before at McDonald's. I set it in there, and as I turn out of McDonald's, on the floor. The point of all this is, folks, this is an unsatisfactory way to haul things. These vehicles, many of them have no way to put a bungee cord. You know, where would you hook a bungee cord? I'm frustrated. If you have any ideas on how to customize inexpensively with some storage boxes or something, a vehicle, a van, a Bronco, a Blazer, I would really like to know, because I've had it with the chili around my feet. This was the best chili I ever made, John. It was the best. So what do you think for my new delivery business?
Bad news, man.
Fred's Chili to go.
How's your van smell now?
Roll out the red carpet. The red carpet does not smell too good. I still haven't got that to the place yet where they clean that up. But John, you know, I had this great idea about a year ago that I was going to buy nothing but old used vehicles.
Yeah, because you save the wear and tear on there. You can put a new vehicle and...
Boy, there's a lot of maintenance. And they aren't so hot, the old ones. So I'm in a reevaluation
Not as practical
process.
as you'd hope.
I'm in a reevaluation process on that right now. I may have to do something and get a newer vehicle to do the job, maybe with 6 cylinders instead of 4. That's a different concern altogether. But I know everybody wants to know, what kind of chili do I recommend?
And what kind do you recommend?
I'm going to pass this off to one of our viewers who sent in a great recipe. Jim Finch from Chelsea sent us a good all-around venison chili recipe. You start by heating a 1/4 cup of olive oil in a pan in which you cook 2 large chopped onions, 1 cup of chopped celery, and 3 minced cloves of garlic. Now, when these vegetables are soft, add 2 or 3 pounds of venison burger, cook it till it's done. Then you add a quart of tomatoes, 1 3/4 cups of beef broth, a small can of tomato paste, 4 teaspoons of cumin, a tablespoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a half teaspoon of oregano, a half teaspoon of allspice, and some salt. Now cook this over low heat for at least an hour. Then you add 2 cans of Mexican chili beans. This is a tasty chili recipe. Transport it in your vehicle at your own risk. I'd eat it at home myself. You can find this recipe for Jim's Venison Chili in the March issue of the...
Walk it right back. I'm going to walk it back.
Easy, easy. All right, stop, Kirk. Oops. Hold. Right.
Lake St Clair, Macomb County, a 28.5 pounder. Felicia from East Point got this Great Lakes muskie on a crawler harness, so you weren't even fishing for muskie.
No, we was trolling for walleye.
No kidding. Trolling around, and when this baby hit, it must have doubled that rod.
Yeah, I thought it was snagged till it started turning the boat around.
Did it jump or anything, or did it stay
No,
down?
it just stayed down.
How long did you fight it?
About half an hour.
Gather a crowd?
Oh, no, there was no boats around us there.
Oh, no kidding. Well, this was at the 23rd of June.
Mm-hmm.
Nice day.
Off the Delphine Channel there. It was using like a homemade night crawler harness with a Big John deep diver.
Oh, no kidding. Here we go. The man who got it on the Big John lure. And after a half hour, you hauled it in, and you weren't using a wire leader or anything.
No, 10-pound test line.
Where was it hooked? Right in the
Right in the top of the mouth there.
right in the corner of the mouth. Well, way to go. That's an awesome muskie, 28.5 pounder, 49 inches long. Congratulations, Philip. Way to go. That's the man. Who knows what the weather's going to be? Things are looking up, though, so get a smile on your face and look forward to getting outdoors because it is a great place to be. See you next week.
Problem is, Kirk, is he's got it in his mouth, and you've got that light line, you know. Look here.
You just saw one of the riskiest moves in big game fishing, trying to net a fish from behind. Now, sometimes it works, but our experience has been that netting a fish from behind will never work when the video camera is rolling.
Freddie, that's what they do at the back of the boat. You never know.
Well, we had one more problem. The fishing line got caught in the handle on the top of the camera.
Do you want me to move?
See, the camera is a...
You want me to move?
No, I just have to work around you.
With all these problems, what are the chances we're going to land this fish? Probably slim or none.
Oh, Kirk, it's wrapped all over him.
Okay.
Got him, Kirk.
Got him?
Okay, Kirk.